So, lads, today we saw the first draft big board by Hunter Cruz. And this is not even a mock draft. This is literally a freaking big board. It's a big board. It's just ranking prospects. And I'm not going to go over all of it. Shout out to him and also happy birthday. But I do have to say, there's one very big thing, which, by the way, I think is fine. Because there is a very much big six in this draft. But Fanfic FC have taken over. Azzi Fudd, the super senior who's only played one healthy season in her career, at 6. Apparently, if you have Azzi Fudd anywhere lower than 1, you are crazy. Awa is the best prospect in this draft by so much. In my opinion, I'd move Azzi up 1. I would go Awa, Flaujae. I think Olivia Miles, we'll see this year. I have a weird feeling Olivia Miles is going to bust. I just don't know how the athleticism translates. She's a traffic cone on defense. And unless she can continue to shoot like she did last year, which I don't think is going to happen. And I think Lauren Betts, I think the game has moved past what Lauren Betts is. Like, the best possible, like, if you look, Cardoso puts up stats. She doesn't, like, her game isn't going to lead to winning because you can target her in the pick and roll. Kalani Brown couldn't play in the finals. And dumbasses were saying, oh, Nate Tibbetts should be fired for not playing Kalani Brown. No, they would have literally, all they would have done was ran Aja into the short roll every single possession and dumped it to Aja and let her shoot the midi. Every single possession, you can attack. We saw Aaliyah Boston basically render Brittany Griner unplayable at times last season. And Brittany Griner was borderline unplayable with that CC and AB pick and roll. And now you've got more and more PNR point guards. You've got schemes that run the wing pick and roll. The WNBA is more of a guard league than it is bigs league now. And I understand, yes, Aja Wilson's a big, but she's not a true big. She's a modern big. Aaliyah Boston's a modern big. But if you look, Satu is a big guard. Alyssa Thomas is a point guard. Kat Copper is a guard. And then if you look, even Stewie's kind of a wing. Stewie's a stretch 4. Sabrina, winning it last year. Phoebish was probably their third, or John Quell's a stretch big. Like, it's all modern bigs and 4s, and like a traditional back to the basket big in the year 2025 is pretty useless. It's like drafting Zach Edey number 1 in the NBA draft. But Awa Fam's the obvious choice in number 1. Fanfic FC, if Azzi's fully healthy, like, at least there's respectable responses. Wait, is this the person who said that they were a Storm fan and complained about me hyping up Dominique Malonga? It is. This is the person who blocked me and said that I was only hyping up Dominique Malonga as some sort of weird spite for Paige, and that, it was unfair of me calling Dominique Malonga baby goat. No, Dominique Malonga is going to be she could be the greatest of all time. But like, some first comment, WBBFC casually dismissing boards based on their favorite player plays and engaging any of the arguments, and it shows. Yep. You think after 4 years they construct an argument instead of quoting Stan Prop. But like, Azzi is the most fine player. Azzi's literally a 3 and no D player. She's not a good defender. She's an elite 3-point shooter, but that's it. She's not a great slasher, not a great passer, not a great ball handler, not a great individual defender. Sure, she can play an assistant when she play with UConn. Terrible individual defender. The so-called analyst at Rockstar mocking Azzi's injuries. Someone said, by the way, drafting 19-year-old isn't going to solve the problem. 19-year-old's first teenager scored 20+ in Eurobasket semis. They want to draft the guards with 3 severe knee injuries instead and just let it roll. And the response is, that will apparently make them better in 2026. Like, that is not mocking an injury. That's mocking dumbasses for thinking a super senior with 3 knee injuries, who isn't very good at any aspect. Like, I'm not saying she's bad, but has one elite skill. And I'm sorry, you can find 3 and no D players everywhere. I'm not saying she's Chloe Bibby bad on defense, but you can find 3 and no D players everywhere, even out of the league. And I'm not saying that Azzi Fudd
is not a top 6 or 7 pick. Like, I think Azzi Fudd could very well end up in that top 5. But there is if Azzi Fudd goes number 1, this is a garbage draft. She would have went like 7 last year. One day our sport won't be full of children playing Star Wars or analysts start doing a job. Okay, cool. At least people are now starting to, clap back at the dumbasses. Thinking a GM's going to draft Awafam for Azzi's illusions, like people saying Malonga was going over Paige last year. Dude, if Dominique Malonga, I shit you not, Dominique Malonga was voted as the biggest steal of the draft and she went number 2 by the GMs. There are a lot of GMs who would have taken Dominique Malonga number 1. And Dominique Malonga, yes, the potential is more, but Dominique Malonga was not as good coming into the draft as Awafam's going to be in this year's draft. And also, do not compare Paige Bueckers to Azzi Fudd. Just because they were number 1 recruits, do not compare Paige Bueckers to Azzi Fudd. They're not on the same stratosphere. They're not on the same stratosphere. But how do you watch Azzi Fudd play basketball yesterday and still post this? It's fucking preseason! It's preseason. Gandhi played. Gandhi even played in that game. Come on. Azzi, one of the most efficient scorers, finally healthy and poised for a career season. Coming from someone who makes jokes about injuries. Apparently this is a joke about an injury. Like, what the fuck is going on? Propaganda, I will not fall for Kiki Rice. Like, what does that mean? What does that mean? She's a big guard who plays defense. I don't think Kiki Rice is that good either, but what are we talking about? Like, if you're evaluating prospects and you don't see the potential value in Kiki Rice, especially coming into the season where we'll see it earlier in the, especially coming into the season where we'll see if she's able to live up to that potential. Like, it's absolutely an interesting situation with her. But Big 4 greater than Azzi. Yes, Flau'jae is a much greater prospect than Azzi. But Lauren Betts, I don't understand the Lauren Betts hype. I just don't understand it. People are calling it rage bait. People saying not putting Lauren Betts number 1 is rage bait as well. Like, dude, like a better version of Lauren Betts and Camila Cardoso has been rendered not even rendered unplayable. Has made no impact on winning basketball games in 2 seasons. And she's a better version of Lauren Betts. Azzi is 6, throw the whole article away. These fucking K-pop stars putting 3 guards in front of Azzi Fudd is a choice, putting Miles over Betts is certainly a choice. Man, Lauren Betts, if anything, Lauren Betts is too high. I inspired to be this delusional. I've seen so many stupid takes, but this one takes the cake. See you in April. I mean, and this is when I say this, it does not matter. It does not matter if UConn win the national championship. They have Sarah Williams, Sarah Strong, Kaylee Heckle, KK Arnold, freaking Ashlyn Shade, Azzi Fudd. Like, they are stacked. They are super stacked. If they win the championship, that doesn't mean Lauren Betts is the first, or not Lauren Betts, Azzi Fudd has to go number 1 overall. They're stacked. They're absolutely stacked. Especially when Awafam, she's just playing. She's just playing on in 2 days against. Actually, who's there for Fenerbahce? Has John Quell showed up yet? But she's just playing against Ileana Rupert, Monique Billings, Beck Allen, Julie Allemond. Has Meg Gustafson probably isn't going to be there. But and eventually might have to come up against John Quell Jones. So yeah, they don't have their full team yet. She's just playing against those players. She's playing against those players in EuroLeague, one of the top rated teams in EuroLeague in Valencia. I guess. Not a UConn fan, however, there's only one player you would consider over Azzi Fudd, and guarantee you it's the fucking big who plays basketball like it's 1992. You're taking Lauren first and living with it, then you're gonna be taking a player who's coming off the damn bench. Like I'm sorry, in the year 2025, imagine getting rid of Tiara McCowan mid-season, just buying her out of a max contract and drafting Tiara McCowan. Azzi 6, not even joke worthy, straight up psychotic. She was expected to go 8 through 10 last year.
Sorry, 7 through 10 was where she was projected last year. She's a super senior. I'm sorry, like a super senior who's going to be 24 years old as a rookie. Am I right in saying that? She's 02, isn't she? I'm pretty confident Azzi Fudd is 02. So yes, Azzi Fudd is going to pretty much be, she'll be 24 years old right after rookie season versus 19-year-old Awafam. Super duper senior. Having good engage in arguments in good faith. Have a good laugh, look at quotes and comments, it's hilarious. Yeah, because dumbasses are being dumbasses. Like, this is an actual thing. Like, UCONN fans are emotional. Draft season really here. Flaw for Azzi at 6th person right after Azzi is Kiki Rice. Everybody knows. Like, they're like, oh, it's one below Azzi. Everyone knows it's a 6-person draft. Everybody knows after 6, it's a massive gap. Which is why I was like, for the Fever, you either, like, we all wanted the Fever to tank because it's like, well, one, you fall to 8 because the 2 expansion teams come in. And suddenly you go from Latson and Flaujae conversations to fucking Garzone conversations. And now we're talking about whether or not they should potentially look at like an Iana Martine drafting stash or just risking a first-round pick on Hannah Stolke. Like, they are the conversations we're having now for the Fever. So yes, it's a 6-person draft. People just don't get ball. They don't get ball. K-pop freaking... Or not K-pop. Fanfic stands. Fanfic FC. They're crazy. They're crazy and they don't... Like, they don't understand. They don't understand the first thing about basketball. There is one skill that Azzi Fudd does at an elite level. She has got a below average driver. Again, not terrible at it. A below average ball handler, a below average playmaker, a below average defender. And I'm not talking about at the collegiate level, I'm talking about the WNBA level. She's going to be a below average at all of these things. The question is, does she do that one thing well enough that she can become an instant impact player? As a like instant starting level impact player? I don't know. I don't know. Because there are a lot of near 40% three-point shooters. Like, is she going to walk in? Let's just say she gets drafted by the Sparks. The Sparks. Is she going to walk in and immediately start for the LA Sparks? Probably not. Probably not. Let's say the Sparks are there 3 and she gets taken by the Sparks. Does she start for the Sparks? No. If Julie Alamont is there, Julie Alamont, Kelsey Plum, Rickea Jackson, and whatever 2 bigs they have. She probably doesn't start for the Sparks. If she gets drafted by the Seattle Storm. Oh, sorry, what am I talking about Sparks? The Seattle Storm. Unless the Seattle Storm are going through a rebuild. No, she probably starts for the Storm. She probably starts for the Storm. I'll give her that. She probably starts for Seattle. Does she start for Washington? Maybe. Maybe. Like, she's not starting over Citron. It just depends on what they do with the 2-guard position. They probably go young. Does she start for Connecticut? Yeah. Does she start for either the expansion team? Probably. In fairness, she probably starts for everyone in the lottery. It just happens to be all the teams that fit. It was like the Sparks who would... If the Sparks were in the lottery, I would say she doesn't start with Sparks. But she probably does start. Awafam 1,000,000% starts for Dallas. But is also 4 years younger. But anyway, yeah. That's pretty much it. Awafam number 1. Good call. Good call. I'll see you guys.